to talk a little bit about business because I've heard you talk about how your business is set up. It's really fascinating to me. You talked about spending money because of pain. And I talked with my sales team about this a lot of times. Is like you find a pain point. I had a guy on yesterday. I was on a sales call with him, and it was very clear. He was giving me this objection of I need to sit there and think about it. And I tried to explain to him. I was like, all the changes that happened in my life were because of pain.
Yeah,
I made the decision when I was experiencing the pain because if I waited a little while, like Goggins says, your inner bitch will come back.
right.
And it's okay that your girlfriend treated you like this. It's not that big of a deal. But when you were in your pain, you knew you needed to move on.
100%.
And so I think a lot of guys, they don't make decisions when they're in their pain. That might be the right time to make that decision. And then also you as a salesperson a lot of times, or you as a content creator, or you as a coach, a lot of times you have to appeal to that pain in order to get them to change.
Yeah, the thing is most guys don't make decisions until they're in an extreme amount of pain. And here's the way that I teach this to anybody, and you can apply this to any business. Like, I wholeheartedly believe I have enough skills where you could basically take damn near everything away from me and give me a cardboard box, and I'd find a way to climb out because, like, I understand how stuff moves. So how I explain this to anybody at a pretty base level is I hold a bottle of water, and I say, how much would you pay me for this bottle of water? And they'll say $2, $3, $5, right? And then I say, if I tied you to a tree in the middle of the desert for XYZ hours, and now I hold the bottle of water in front of you, how much are you going to give me for it? And depending on how thirsty they are and how dehydrated they are, they might give me $3,000 for that bottle, $5,000 for that bottle, $10,000 for that bottle of water, $100,000 for that bottle of water, if they have it.
Yeah.
And that's what I can tell anybody struggling to make money is you have to figure out where people are hurting and how you can solve that for them. And there's a lot of misconceptions around sales where people go, that's evil or that's manipulative. And it's really not, because here's the thing. The only thing that really dictates a person's like happiness day to day and how they feel about their self-worth, their confidence, everything, or how they're moving is if they are not in a state of pain and if they have an element of control over the destiny of their life. The more you can give them that to help them out, to get them out of that pain and find areas where they are suffering, the more money a lot of times you'll make.
Yeah.
So,
and giving them an element of control. I haven't thought about that, but that's absolutely true. It's like you have to, part of the solution is you're giving them back some level of control. Whether it's dating or like, I don't know how to make my business work. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It's like the pain is the big one. And I didn't understand that at first. I thought everyone just makes rational decisions.
Right.
And you're like, no, they don't.
Well, like, I've never met an overweight person in my life who understands how to track macros, understands the concepts of caloric surplus versus deficit, understands the amount of protein to get per day to keep lean body mass. I have never met an overweight person that understands those concepts. So just like in dating, attraction is a discrepancy in sexual market value. A lot of times the difference between your client's success versus them not having success is a discrepancy in their information that they've accumulated and their beliefs around the world. So changing beliefs is important. This is what people have to understand. If you want to make money, especially in today's economy, you are in the business of changing and altering people's beliefs to align them with a new vision, to give them a better control of their future destiny. And the reason being is because humans suffer a lot because they have been programmed through different ways. They believe certain things because of how they were taught in school, or what their parents told them, or what the music told them, or what they heard their favorite rapper say on the radio. They believe all this shit, and a lot of times it hurts them. So your job, if you are in business, is to change and alter beliefs to get them to align their new beliefs with your future vision, and then get them out of that pain to give them an element of control to their future destiny where they are now satisfied. If you can do that, you'll pretty much, like, the sky's the limit with the amount of money that you could make. So that's how I've set up my business, and that's why I'm not, I know my deficits well. My strengths have always been communication and marketing, like speaking and dissecting shit at a granular level where people go, okay, this makes sense. My strengths has never been team and operation. And my strength, like, I'm not the guy to go run a 100-person sales team. I'm just not. Yeah. Like, I might be the guy where I'll outsell all 100 reps because I'm going to do it my way, but I'm not the guy to manage all those people. So just like with dating, I had to appeal to my own point of leverage and figure out how I'm going to do this. The same goes for business. I think that you can't template this shit. Everybody is going to have their own strong suit. So you like sales reps.
Yeah.
I like automation and I like long form pitching.
We've talked about this. Yeah. That when I was explaining to my team about how your business runs.
Yeah.
With which is really awesome. The way it does. Wes Watson, I talk to him about it. Like, he has no sales team. It's all text messaging. The way he does it, it's really a very interesting way to do it with way more simplicity.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, there's a like the saying of know thyself, I think is very important. And I just know my strong suits and I know my deficits enough to where like I'm not going to I'm not going to get into the wrong business model for me. So I've always kept a very lean team. And how do I know this? I know this because of the pain. I've hired 10, 12, 15 people at once before. I've ran an outbound sales team. I've ran sales reps. I've done appointment setters from free groups. I've done all this. I'm not as good at it.
Yeah.
And it's way harder for me. So I was like, okay, my strength is communication and long form pitching. I'm going to figure out methods where I can automate what people are seeing to cast the right beliefs. Here's the other thing I like about the way I do things is like the thing that is hard, in my opinion, with sales reps is human beings are flexible in emotion on how they feel. So maybe he's constipated that day and he's 5 minutes late to the appointment and that pissed off the potential customer, and now they're gone. Maybe that guy's girlfriend just cheated on him and he just found that out and he is on the verge of tears for the next 8 hours and he has to hold it together on Zoom to try to have this call with this guy.
Team. But Brandon Carter talks about this, about how part of his job is to coach the sales team. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Part of my job, I tell my sales team when they have problems in their relationships or any of they should call me. A lot of other people would not want that from their sales team. But I do like I'm a military officer. I do like leading from the front. I really like motivating and I love group calls with hundreds of people on there.
Yeah.
Some people just don't like that.
Yeah, and it all depends on your strong suits. So since I saw those tendencies in what I'm good at versus bad at, I went with automation because I can control the video, I can control the point of sale, I can control the pitch and the offer the whole way through. So it's constant day and night on Christmas, New Year's, or a Monday morning. And because of that, that's how I do it. And I'm not saying people should emulate me. It's the way I did it, so that's kind of how I looked at it.
Yeah.